And I'll be honest with you, if like I did the math, I wouldn't, I'm not, it's too much of an accountant like hurdle to really do it. But I would argue I've probably made close to as much money trading and just doing stocks and like investment stuff than I have on the e-com side. And I'm not like a guy who sits on Forex all day for 5 hours a day, you know, doing technical analysis. Like I told you when we were sitting at the pool, like, dude, I'm just investing in things that I like and things that make sense, things that I'm seeing every day, like reading articles, reading news, watching, you know, I watch news a lot. Bloomberg, like the markets, like just listening. Like I'm not over here breaking my back over a computer doing trades. I'm just investing in like viable, smart investments that just make sense.
And you said something interesting to me the other day. So you wake up around like 6 a.m., right?
Yeah, 6.
So you don't necessarily like sit there and trade for 5 hours, but what you like to do is sit there and watch the stocks. Just look at them.
I'm going to give you guys free game. Ready for this?
Let's hear it.
Twitter is the most powerful social media platform.
Why is that?
It's not even close. Because all the big tech guys, all the real smart people in the world are on Twitter. And people underestimate Twitter, bro. I wake up at 6 a.m. You know what I do? I scratch my eyes. I take a deep breath. and I just go on Twitter. And I just read what these guys are tweeting about, dude. Why this guy is doing this guy is doing a trade here. They're doing it all for you. Like it's about following the right people. Like you got to follow the right people. I have like this fake like Ringer account where I'm like Harvard, like it's so funny. My bio's like Harvard trader. Like, you know what I mean? So I'll just read posts and I'll like talk back. Dude, Twitter I've been on that thing for 6-7 years. It's my secret weapon. People think I'm like a goat or something. Nah, dude, I'm giving you game. It's Twitter.
So most of your trade knowledge is coming from Twitter.
It's not necessarily coming from Twitter. It gives me a real good idea of the markets. Like I feel like I have a good finger on the pulse when I'm on Twitter. Like when some guy who owns like a $10 billion hedge fund thinks that like Tesla is massively undervalued and like, you know, is giving you a full like historical report, you know, that I just click on and I would now read his work and research for a good 20 minutes. I'm now understanding that this stock is now incredibly undervalued, right? And then I'm looking at Elon, I'm seeing you 25 million followers, you're getting freaking 100K retweets on everything that you're doing. You're one of the great genius minds of our lifetime, you know what I mean? And you have a product that everyone loves and you're spending zero on marketing. So when you're at an all-time low at $180, I'm going all in. You bet your mom I'm going all in.
And that's what I learned the hard way. It's like you were saying, you don't want your cash to just sit there. I just talked to my friend Jeremy. He said the average accredited investor has 13% cash, like 50% real estate, like 30% stocks. He broke it down for me. And my big regret is thinking back a year ago when I bought my car. Like I said, I grew up and we didn't own a car over like $5,000. So my parents always said, you know, always buy your car in cash. You don't want to pay the interest. Well, they weren't accounting for like an $80,000 car.
For sure.
So I bought that in cash.
Oh, nice, dude. Good job.
And I look at like if I would have put that in stocks. So say I got that loan for $80,000, put no cash down, 5% APR. If I would have taken that 80 grand and say put 40 in Tesla, 40 in Shopify, I would have made about $250,000 off of that. And it was all because
this is real facts too.
Yeah,
like you really would have.
Exactly. I was so knowledgeable. Like even my friend said, hey, listen, don't tell anybody, but Shopify is about to start fulfilling. They're about to open up their fulfillment center. Buy stock now. It's at 180 and Tesla was at like 210. It was right before the drop. So it's like, for those of you guys who don't know, Shopify is now at 550, I think. 550. And Tesla's well over 900. But I chose to buy a car instead of making the money work for me. I bought depreciation liability rather than an appreciation asset.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, dude. It's so many things I could tell you like that. I mean, it's about learning. People need to understand that when you do things like that, it's okay to do them. And I embrace problems and fires. I call them fires. Like we got fires going on all the time. This is like basically bullshit. I embrace that stuff, but you have to learn the lesson. You have to know that the next time you have 100 G's and you're at the BMW dealership that you should probably either finance it or, you know what I mean, make another decision that's smarter.
Yeah.
It's about learning and not repeating the same mistakes.
Definitely. So, it was like one of those things I just felt like I want to do this so bad, because 3 years ago, my car was a 1998 Honda Civic. And I remember being so embarrassed because every parking lot I went to, I had the worst car. And all of a sudden now I have the best car, and I'm getting way too much attention.
Right.
Especially in Missouri.
Right.
Every single time I went to the gas station, 3 conversations minimum. Every single time. And I started hating that so much. So it's just so weird how like your perspective can change on things. Because now at this point, I could care less about, you know, at this point, buying an extravagant car. All I want is like probably just like a reliable Tesla.
Right.
Something, it's kind of just like